So we were just talking about the beautiful lime wash, and I inadvertently said slate instead of slake. So I learned a new term today. But I would love to hear, just tell me a little bit more about the slaking process, because it's really good.
So in limestone, when they're refining the lime, there's different grades, like in anything, but there's different grades of limestone. And anything from a hydraulic lime to a fine refined like lime plaster. And so what we do is it's basically kiln fired, and then it's left to sit in water. And what it does is it basically breaks it down. So you're breaking it down from larger granules to a really, really fine, almost like a silt substance that then is now able to be put into our product. And then when you're brushing it on, what it's actually doing is it's carbonating on a microscopic level. So as it reacts with the oxygen, so then it's turning, which is where the bloom comes from. So it's turning into tiny little limestone crystals. And that's kind of one of the beauty, is that you see the tonal variation, and then the way that it reflects the light, it's catching those, in a sense, those tiny limestone crystals.
Really, really beautiful. We had a little side conversation, which I wanted to capture, but we were having this conversation about furniture, and it's so similar. It's like the quick solution in the furniture industry is to use chemicals to dry the hardwoods instead of kiln drying the hardwoods, which obviously results in a much stronger wood, a much more solid piece of furniture that can last and that is really exceptional quality. And so that was the immediate kind of correlation that I thought of when you were talking about the quick way to slake, not slate, limestone versus how y'all do it, which takes 4 years.
Yeah, at the very minimum, it's 4 years, and it's about that long kind of refined process, and it does make in terms of our lime wash, like we talked about before, you get a really strong product. I mean, even our lime wash, it can be burnished with steel wool to make it a Venetian plaster.
It's incredible.
So,
it gets this gorgeous shine, this really pretty shiny luster to it, just by a little light touch of a burnished steel.
Right, and that's partly because it's 100% natural, and you're kind of, again, you're recreating, putting that limestone back up onto the wall after it's been processed and kind of refined so that you can brush it on.
So just remember, it's slake, not slate.